Did he just say what I thought he said? Hey, I am Chuck the bureaucrat, and one of the most important places that you're going to get work done is at the conference room table. We've already talked about how you can array your team to dominate a conference room. If you want to get caught up, take a look at this video. And I've talked about how Pentagon executives routinely use a ritualized form of communication that avoids harmful conflict. Today, what I want to introduce is a way of talking at the table that is more intentional. That is, code talking with your team. This is nothing more than one of your teammates says something innocuous, probably doesn't mean anything to anybody else in the room, but it has specific intent for the other members of your team. Here's an example. Say I got a major who's got a knack for rambling on and maybe talking too long or sharing too much. Well, I can't exactly just interrupt him in the middle of the meeting and go, "Shut up, Riley!" But you could pull him aside and say, "Listen, if I say, 'That's a good point, Riley,' what I mean is, stop talking. And don't say anything unless I ask you a question." And this kind of code talking isn't as unusual as it might seem at first. Police often have codes to warn their partners that they're about to shift tactics. POWs have used codes to communicate. And even college students have ways of communicating to their roommates that they'd like a little bit of privacy. And your code doesn't even have to be verbal. Remember how I like to have an action officer on the other side of the conference room table from me so I've got good line of sight with them? That makes it quick and easy for that subject matter expert to tell me when something has been misstated in the meeting. Now don't get stressed out. It's not like there are dozens and dozens of secret conversations going on all around you. In fact, most of the people that I've introduced to this concept have never heard of it and they've never used it. You've probably heard me say that most people are just trying to fake their way through this in the hopes that they'll be able to succeed through sheer force of will alone. And that means that you only have to be a little bit more prepared than the people who haven't prepared at all. So now the trick becomes to make sure that you're working on the things that matter to your senior rater. So watch this video to figure out exactly what those are.